Last week we learned some of the basic features of Microsoft Word. You created some papers and did some pretty good things. This week I want to show you a couple of new features. I want to show the Insert tab. Some of you found that last week and were inserting pictures that you found online or pictures that were stored on your computer. And that's great. There's a whole bunch of other things you can insert. You can put in a blank page, you can create a break between two pages, you can put in charts, you can put in text boxes, you can put in all kinds of shapes and those kinds of things. There's a whole pile of shapes that you can use for drawing. So I wanted to show you one feature that I think is particularly useful called tables. Here, you click on tables and you then specify how many columns you want in your table and how many rows. So I'm going to go 4 across and 3 rows down. So it creates this table for you. And you can start typing. So let's say I'm going to keep track of information about the student. So I'm going to keep track of name and age and phone number and height. So the way you move around this table is you hit the Tab key, and that takes you to the next block. When you get to the last block, if you hit the Tab, it adds another row for you. Okay, so this is a table. They're very useful for organizing information. Now, another feature that's useful, if we go to the Layout tab, you can see this orientation. And what orientation means is you can have it look like it looks now, which is called portrait, or you can have it turn sideways, which is landscape. So if I hit landscape, it basically turns the paper sideways. Now this is useful for our table because, see right here, if we put our cursor on the last line, we maybe want to make the table a little bit wider because we want to maybe have each of our columns a little bit wider, or maybe you forgot a column and you want to add it, so you just put the cursor on the line, click there, and see it's added this in. So the idea of the orientation was that it gives you more horizontal space. Another thing that you can insert, so we go to the Insert tab, is the header and a footer. Now, this is used very often for putting in page numbers or for putting your name and address and phone number on stationery and so on. So if we click Footer, go down here to edit the footer. So we're now in the footer. This is at the bottom in the margin of the paper. So I can put in my name and my phone number. Okay, and then I close that, and now that is going to print at the bottom of every page. It's a nice way to do to personalize your stationery and those kinds of things, or to put a page number in the bottom.